Good day, and this is Steven. I'm here in the City Skylines 2 Palm Bay series, episode 13, and we are going to jump right into it. So here we go. First thing I want to add is that there is a new freeway going from the east side here, and we're going to change that to we're going to call that the Bayshore Highway. Bayshore. So it stretches from here with the junction. I've made I might have to do some alterations here because traffic flow into this freeway is not terrible, but it goes all the way around, goes through Redfield, and I've got a three roundabouts right here, kind of trying to ease traffic congestion. I've also got a major bridge right here on the Boulder Bridge, and this is the we're going to call this the Cross Bay Freeway, and that joins in with the okay. So this is the Cross Bay Freeway, and it joins in with the Bayshore Highway, which dead ends right here at Anchor Street. So today, what we're going to focus on is we're going to. I also behind the scenes. I forgot to add all this stuff in. We'll work on this area down here later on in the video, because there's going to be more housing available down here. But for now, we're going to focus on this area of Hundley Valley, and there's sections here that need to be added that I completely forgot about. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us today. So without further ado, let's get on into it, and let's find our Southwest low density housing, and we're going to go right in, and I'm going to have the simulation run while we're doing this. So we're going to add housing all the way along this here. Actually, no, this arterial is not going to have housing. But the rest of this stuff is. So we're going to just fill in all along here. Get all these spaces filled in. Actually, we don't need that there, but we can keep it on here. All these got housing, and we're gonna add. Oh, I forgot to add. Oh, naughty me! I forgot to add a cul-de-sac right in here. So we're gonna go with this medium cul-de-sac here, and you know what? For this segment of the road, we're probably not gonna have zoning. At least up here, and probably right here. Probably just gonna de-zone this area here. So that there's more we'll kind of have a buffer going in between the housing in here, because there is a lot of pollution going on here, and we'll see what we can do, but we're going to add the rest of this as housing all the way back to the main road here, and we're going to add housing there, finish that up, make that nice and beautiful, and that's looking great. That's looking fantastic. Our population is over 51,000 right there. You just saw it. Just hit 51,500. And this area here is going to grow. This is mostly going to be residential, low or single family homes here. That's a thing about California that I wish the people that made City Skylines 2 could understand, that in the U.S., many homes are single family homes, and they are not just, you know, cookie cutter units. They're not apartment complexes. We have complexes, you know, like King Leno. He does a great job with his assets, and I just want to say that this is something in at least in California, we have more single family homes than we do, I would say, apartments. But that's just based on my experience from being a native of California for 30 plus years. And just seeing stuff like that in this game kind of makes me want to cringe a little. So this is the first large-scale housing development we're going to be putting into the city. So we're going to have as much as 90% of this going to be single-family homes. And this is more of a collector. I don't know what I'm going to do down here yet, because once we get down here, this is going to become waterfront. So I'm going to have to deal with that in a moment. But I'm going to just create my edge of the city, or the this huge district here. I wish that there were sub districts in City Skylines 2, like there was in City Skylines 1. But maybe that will come up in a future discussion. That's my suggestion for Ice Flake Studios. If anybody from Ice Flake Studios actually bothers to watch one of my videos, I'll be thrilled if y'all could add that into the game, at least simulation wise. And we have a street here that needs to be upgraded, or not. Okay, oh wait, I was hitting the wrong spot. Oops. Yeah, there we go. That works perfectly. That works just fine. So we're gonna just fill all this in, and as the video progresses, we're gonna add more roads or more streets and roads and alleyways and stuff like that in here as we're gonna go on. So I'm just gonna keep methodically going through this area and painting this whole area as residential. And this is another more affluent area, not very poor in terms of financial wealth. We're going to add, actually these are going to be apartment complexes, at least these units here, or these lots, these plots here. Everything along here is going to be all, you know what, I'm going to fix that in just a moment. Right now I just want to fill in all the single family homes, because this is more, as you can see, this is going to more than double what I have in each of these areas. Are going to have huge population growth in here, and that means at some point there's probably going to, I could probably put a school in down here somewhere, a big high school and a big elementary school to serve the population that's going to grow in this area. So now we're going to go switch over to waterfront housing here, and we're going to start right about here with these units here, and that's probably going to go all the way to the bridge. And I said something about apartments, so let's see, I don't want row housing. Medium density housing would be perfect. I don't think I want mixed housing at this point. Low rent apartment complexes, so yeah, we could probably put a low rent area along this road here, so probably starting from here on this side and bring it down. Oops, that was supposed to be that. Alright, and that does that for there. We can probably put more single family homes on this side of the road, the road here and here and here, and then we're going to go back up in here. This is going to be more apartments here, so we're going to de-zone this area here. We're going to go back in and come around here like so. I really love the fact that this game allows you to have cul-de-sacs, because there's a lot of them in California. And we're probably just going to end that right there. And I said I wanted to put apartments in here, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, low residential. Let's see, high density. No, we don't want high density quite yet. So we're going to continue. We're going to just add this all in as low income housing. And let's run the simulation just a bit and let that equalize here. Now the whole idea that I added this freeway in, I actually redesigned Palm Bay Boulevard as well, and I'm going to get into that while I'm waiting for the simulation to catch up with the game, or catch up with the stuff going on here. So I've got Palm Bay Boulevard was completely redesigned, and it's now it's two lanes in each direction with a median, followed by a streetcar track, a bike lane, and a large sidewalk. And that stretches all the way up here from Cooper Street all the way down to oh, what in the world? Oh, why Palm Bay Boulevard? So that stretches all the way down here to just past Garland Street. And what I did was I added more roundabouts to ease the flow of congestion, but that obviously hasn't worked, because here at the off-ramp there's a lot of people trying to get through here. I also redesigned this area, so I backed that up, and I also redrew Copperfield Street. We're going to call this no, we'll leave that alone for now. I don't know what to name that just yet, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. And I also moved things around a little bit, and wow, 1300. Excuse me, I've been up quite a bit. So basically, the idea is all the traffic that's coming here can go up Palm Bay Boulevard. And another thing, let's go through our service, our info views. So roads are decently fine. Traffic dips around 12 lunchtime to just above 60%, and then climbs back up towards 80%. So I'm not liking that. I'm hoping that will get fixed, but I want to see. So far, this area, this stretch has significantly improved, but there's a lot of traffic here and flow through here into the industrial area and the naval base, and there's a lot of spots, and of course a lot of traffic congestion here on at the port entrance, so that's going to have to get reworked at some point. I also redid the intersection here with Main Street, because originally it was an at-grade roundabout, and that made things very complicated. I also moved this through this area, and I've got a roundabout or a on-ramp here, and that's where most of the traffic is coming off of the freeway, going through the roundabout, and then coming down Palm Bay Boulevard and into the city. So what I might do is I might add a through street here and have this become a couplet, or add a couplet through here, and then add an off ramp here. So we might have to redraw this area here and remove this and move the cemetery to another location. because I want to have traffic go like this, come through here. Markham is going to be completely redesigned, redrawn. Mulberry Meadows, North Palm Bay is going to have to be redesigned. Jellum Heights is going to have some more people moving in there. So what we're going to do is have a couplet come through here past the arena. We're going to rename that. Palm Heights Arena. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone for now, and let's go look at our electricity. How's our electricity? Is doing fantastic. Our water availability is decreased, so we're going to have to work on that pretty soon. Fire has or healthcare availability is fine. Garbage processing is going to need to be ramped up a bit. Fire hazard is going up a bit. Police, our city, so civic center is going to have to change. I'm going to have to relocate a lot of stuff when I go through my collector thing here. What's this? Research facility. So that research facility is going to have to be moved elsewhere in the city. So that's all our admin stuff right there. Education is fine. There needs to be more high school capacity and college capacity, because there seems to be less of that going on. Most of the people in our city are highly educated. 35%. That's actually a pretty good average right there. But we can improve that. We can improve that definitely. Transit and transportation. There's a lot of tourists, a lot of people commuting in and out of the city. A lot of the citizens are using the train. That's a good chunk of people using the train and trolley system, the tram network. So 31,000 people are using public transit in the city of 50,000. So that's well over 70%, maybe 60, maybe 65%. Bike parking, I'm going to have to go back and work on that. Post office needs to be worked on. I might have to add another post office. Leisure is doing fine. Tourism is just booming. And it looks like I only have a couple hotels. So there's that one there, the Bedbug Hostel, and Sleepy's. Yeah, so that means we're going to need, and then a bunch of hotels down here in Perkins Point. So I'm going to have to work on that. Our imports and exports. That's what we have here. Take a pause if you want. But our top 5 are telecom, grain, software, and financial and media as our imports. Our exports are livestock. A lot of livestock leaving the city. Wood has gone down. Vehicles and steel and petrochemicals are in the top 5 for all of that. We're going to skip all our building levels here because that's not real. Or we're going to skip our these here because we know where everything's at. Land value. Land value is extremely high, and $18,000 per cell. So I guess that's per individual cell. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Commercial profitability and industrial profitability are high, and the office profit is it could use some work. Resources are fine. Population-wise, we have a lot of adults. 65% of the people in our city are adults. That's fine. Happiness is fine, but there's unemployment and traffic that are still bugging us after all this time. People are wealthy, $2,400 a month, almost $2,400 a month. They're making. Resource costs are okay. Workplace availability. So there's job centers here at the port, at the university, in Railroad Gulch. I hate this this mod is really bugging me. Downtown in the commercial center, the port, which I think that's because of this this ballpark right here. And then of course we got stuff, a lot of jobs here in the industrial zone. That might be another place I need to work on. Pollution wise, so far air pollution is, well, I fixed that because I got tired of dealing with that. I had to reset it, but noise pollution is going to be a factor in for these houses right here in this area here. So there's going to be complaints, I'm sure. Groundwater pollution is still an issue. And so far, we got some issues. Okay. We got some electricity and sewer issues. So we're going to have to add over here somewhere, probably along let's put a facility over here for water treatment. Let's put another water treatment plant in here. Actually, can we up? What's the deal here? Do we need to add another one of these? No. And we can't do that there. We can add one here and another one here and another one here and another one there. And did that fix anything? What we got? Okay. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Got a big old mining truck there, and they're still complaining. So maybe I need to add a plant out here. So let's do that instead. So let's do that and put some upgrades on there. So we're going to have a couple filters. We're going to have, we can't do it across the street. Interesting. And we'll have another one. Okay, so it does not like that. Okay, we're going to add a bunch of processing units out here. So we're going to have one on the, can't have it on the road. It doesn't like that. I don't know why it doesn't like that. So maybe we need to go back and delete just that one. And we can probably add two of these right in here. Nope, we can't. Put that one there. And that one. We'll have another one here and here. And that ought to do it for now. Let's see if that's fixed the problem. It has not. Why? Not enough water. Okay. Now we need to add a water tower. So let's see. That one brings in 22 million. Let's go with this one here. Let's see. 3.9, 10 million gallons per. Okay. So we're gonna put this right here. That solved the what? Did that solve the water issue? And while we're at it, we're gonna have a let's just add this one right here, see if that does anything. No, the people living there are not going to like that right there in their backyard. Very interesting. Our population is just climbing. It's over 53,000 residents in the city. What is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. Backed up. So, what do you mean there's not enough water? There's water right there. It's coming right up the street. I don't understand what the problem is. we're just gonna get rid of you folks because you guys are complaining about something, a non-existent issue. I'm sorry, but y'all are. Yeah, see, why? What's going on with that? I don't understand. So, water availability, how is there not that much water availability? 20 consumption. Water treatment is fine, so there should not be any of these backups going on here. I don't know why that's happening. But what I need to do, let's see if I can move. Let's move this. Sorry, not that one. This one. Let's move this. Let's relocate this over here. Okay, maybe not that one. I meant to grab. Let's grab that. Let's move this. Maybe if we move it closer to here, that will solve that issue. I don't know. But while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and bring this down. We're going to add contours on and constant slope. Because while we're fixing that issue, we're going to add in all of this here. Actually, we're going to have this road come off here. And it's going to go like so. And bring that down like that. Okay, let's continue drawing this down this way. That makes no sense. Why? I don't know why that's not improving. The sewage should be fine. There should be no sewer issues. But when you zoom in, there are. I don't know what's going on here with that. And electricity, I can understand that. There's why? What? Okay, we're going to have to. Oh, I know why, because this is not connected. So let's build a node right here. Delete this portion and that. Go back. We're going to so it didn't connect to the. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I was panicking for no reason. I was freaking out for no reason. So while we're doing that, we're going to also add a water pumping station right in. It doesn't like no water. What? Oh, I get. Okay, so we're going to add this right here, and we're going to have a road come out here and cross right here. What? Why are you freaking out about? Oh. Interesting. Okay, we're going to turn that off and have that tie back in to this road here. Are there any upgrades that this can get? No. So we're going to have, let's see if that does anything to our, wow, big difference. So let's replace, while we're at it, we can replace this main one here. This one here, since I like that idea. So we're going to replace this, and we're going to redraw the road so that it comes out here first. So while we're doing that, we're going to just underneath the freeway. And then tie it in here so that it comes off here, and then we're going to remove all of this right here because we're going to rebuild that. And it looks like there's a traffic accident, but who cares? So we're going to add this right here. Actually, I kind of wanted it more or less over here so this road can be redrawn again. And we're going to have this go straight across here. Make that a 180 degrees there. And there. And so this highway can come back just a bit, and we're going to go add, this right into here, and then we can come back and redraw our highway here. And have that come back in like so. And then we're going to, of course, reconnect this. So that's a 90 degrees. Doing all this temporarily while there's traffic going on. And we're going to pause that because these sections I do not like. Okay, so we're going to come back here. And then swing right back in there, and that is looking golden. And we can, while we're at it, we can eliminate this pipeline because it's no longer needed. And let's take a look at our water usage. Our availability is fantastic. Look at that. It is amazing. And we have plenty of water going to be traded, and our sewage is fine. Okay. Wow, so 54,000 already. That's awesome. It's cool. Yeah, see, now that's filling in very beautifully there. But I'm guessing the developers have decided not to add homes in here just yet. Doesn't seem like there's anything being built along this road here. But not to worry. I'm not worried about that right now. So now the next step is we're going to add here Okay, I didn't like that. So we're going to try and see if we can go along here. And we're just going to okay. Just drawing a preliminary neighborhood here. Okay, and let's add a cul-de-sac right here. We're going to go back in here, and it does not like that. So we're going to have that come up this way, and then tie into this road right here. And we're going to have this canyon be filled, and then once it gets here, make it turn 90-degree this way. And this is my methodology for building streets like what you're seeing here. But this one can kind of tie in like that. So we'll go back and we'll add those, that roundabout, or that cul-de-sac there, cul-de-sac there, cul-de-sac there. $55,000. We might get to 60,000 by the end of the video. We'll see. And we're gonna yeah, I want housing there on those corners there, or on you want. The idea is I want to fill in as much as I can here. So let's see, where's the highest point here? It's probably that peak there. That peak there, so whoever owns that house has got the highest view there. And we're just going to snake it around like so. And the grade here is fantastic. Actually, and actually that looks much better. So we'll have street going up here and tying in right there, and then another one come off like that, and then another road go along the edge here like so. That's looking great. And then we're going to have this come over here like that. Actually, and then maybe to our second peak there, and we'll just add this all back in. So we want to fill as much housing as we can. Let's put some cul-de-sacs in. Okay, so it does not like that spot as a cul-de-sac. Interesting. But that one will fit just nicely. We'll put a cul-de-sac right there. 2 more here. And put 1 right there. We could probably fit another street in here somewhere. And let's throw a cul-de-sac right there, because we want to fill as much space as we can. Let's see what else we can do here. We can fix that right there, and then we're gonna add a short street right here. Actually, can we do this? Alright, and to fix any issues there, we're going to go ahead and put in a cul-de-sac. Most every space in this area has been filled in with a cul-de-sac. So it's looking beautiful. And we're going to go back in, find your single family home, because I missed one there. And then we're going to go in and draw. Actually, the rest of these are going to... Okay, so all this stuff in here is going to be housing there. Oh, I completely forgot. Okay, so I'm gonna reserve this for the education services there. Right now there's not a huge demand for housing, but if we can try and get rid of all our homeless people, that would be even more fantastic. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, we're having water issues again. Okay, that house is just not going to have... There's just not going to be a house there. I'm going to fix that. Too easy. And we're going to just... continue painting this area with housing. And we're going to go back and we're going to put medium density along this stretch right here. And some right there. We're probably going to put some commercial... Let's put some... wish there was medium density house. Okay, so we can go back and put mixed use housing in right there. Now, why is this coming up? Well, obviously there's no connection there. Duh. I'm a dummy. Some of these graphics I do are not conducive to what the idea behind this map is. Okay, so we got all this going in right there. Now let's go add, let's see, where's that southwest? Elementary school. Elementary school is going to go right here. And we're going to place the high school over in this area. So let's go here and let's add those upgrades. We can fit one right there. Small classroom building, actually, yeah. Let's go ahead and add that right there and there. So we got how many, what's our capacity? 2,000. And let's look at our excuse me. So we can add, let's see we can, what colleges we can add here. Wow, what a difference. Okay, what a difference that makes. We got this elementary, cheapskate elementary school. Not ready to add that just yet. 600 versus 1500 versus 1200 elementary school. These are all our elementary schools. That's crazy. So let's see, French Modern High School. 6,000. Let's see if this will fit in with our area here. Okay, so I'm gonna place that right in here. And there's no upgrades. So we just added 6,000 capacity for college level, and we probably can get away with adding one more. I don't think I'm gonna want to put it near that industrial site there. So somewhere, can we get it? Can we? Let's see what else. Before I do that, okay, 800 community college, urban high school. No, we don't want that one. Japanese college, 10,000 students. Holy crap. I'm gonna take a mulligan and I'm just gonna place that right there. And we can add, that was a faculty building and a cafeteria. So now we have, for college is almost maxed out for eligibility, for capacity. And I could have gotten away with another one, but I did not feel like it. Let's look at what our other areas we can, let's see what our population, let's see, happiness. So unemployment is still an issue. But I think we can fix that by putting in my commercial zone. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add, I've got high density right here. I can add high density in here and here. And then this will be low resident, okay. 10 minutes to go and we are booming in population here. And let's just show you what the districts look like. So this is Hunley Valley right here, and it kind of goes all the way over here. This I don't really need this road right now, but I've got these bridges, so when I go back in, This is going to be, so that's Bedford Corner. Over here is South Bodega, Valley Park, and that's across from Valley Ford, and that will be this area here. And then over here I've got Rosewood Field. Yeah, so this is going to be more rural area here, and then some industrial in this valley right here, and then Freestone I'm going to add Bodega Industrial Valley. And then so that's kind of how it stands right now. So this is going to be more agricultural right here, and we are getting into the fine details. So this is that's all that right there. So this is all starting to slowly encroach on the farmlands out here. Bedford Corner, we're going to actually call this Pacific Hills, and what else we got over here? Bodega, Rosewood Field. We're gonna because the idea is these three are going to be more residential than anything. But I have ideas, so let's see what we can add in for commercial with our signature buildings. Actually, we can put some mixed residential, iron press. That can doesn't like that there, does it? Okay, let's go to commercial, and let's see. We got this Barnes and Noble. I want to place a Barnes and Noble. Let's put that right in here. And it's overlapping something that does not like to be overlapped. Okay, we got that there. Got our Barnes and Noble there. We got a newspaper stand. I already got a Kmart, Taco Bell, Buc-ee's. Let's see, we can put a Blockbuster here. Actually, no, that Blockbuster does not fit that space right there. So let's go back in, and we're gonna put a high density residential right there. And go back to our signature buildings, and what else can we fit in here? Disco Bank, no. McDonald's. Okay, why not? Let's put a McDonald's right there. And I cannot fit this Raising Cane's, or IKEA. Let's see, can I put a Domino's right here? And then Domino's would not fit there, but would it fit right there? I don't know. Let's see, gas station. Can we put this gas station right next to McDonald's? This McDonald's, I like this McDonald's because it's big and it's kind of reminds me of what I'm used to. Let's put this hotel right. Oh, darn. Okay, let's put that there. Got this Wendy's, Eckerd, yeah, that takes over. Wow. No, we can't do that. No, not this one. Well, it's diners, too small. Food stations, it's too big. KFC, one-stop station, too big. Bait and Bistro, too big. I already got the Maritime Museum and Conference Center, Square Center, Marvelous Marvel. Okay, how about, can this fit in? No, cannot. I could put it there, but then that... Damn. Nowhere to place. There's sometimes that, yeah, okay. So we're gonna add, how about this yeah, that's too big. That's way too big. Tower of Commerce is too big. Lobster tail. I already got a lobster tail. Let's put a steak. No. Nope. No. We can put this gelato right next to that. That's lot size is too big for that. Let's put an apothecary there. That's too big to fit. That won't fit. This will fit in right here. Nightclub. Brewery's too big to fit in this area. Pinfall Palace. That is bowling alley. Okay. Cine Vista. Heritage Museum. Corner Theater. Forum of Arts. Antique store. Yeah, okay. I can dig that. Antique store. I love antique stores. Who doesn't like antique stores? Rural Hotel. Dome Rural Hotel. No. No. Sports bars. Does not fit there. Sporting goods store. I could have put a sporting goods store over here too. Interesting. This could have been all... Okay, well, too late to worry about that now. Bookshop. Yeah, we can fit that there. Shopping mall. United Mall. German department store. German. Hotel pool. Shopping. Trying to think about what I could fit in here that would actually work for this. Arts and drafts. Okay, let's put it. Okay. Yeah, so everybody who's going to be drinking is going to be going down there tonight. Okay. Yeah, let's place that right there. Sunshine Hotel, I already got that one. Okay, that does not like that there. Nor does that like that there. Okay, interesting. Well, we're getting somewhere. Let me just tweak some things a bit here. You can see what I love to work on here. Let's see. Build speed. Boost moving rate. But let's go up by 5 times. Okay, we'll turn that off. Let's boost some of this stuff here. Let's just get that going. Okay. Because we want people, you know, all these people want jobs, and it's like, well, let's give the people what they want. Let's build our demand. Is there nothing here? Can we maybe try and fix this node so that we can fit in? Okay, we can fit in more commercial, so let's add some more commercial. And let's see how that goes. We could probably fit some more commercial here. So take that out and then you put that in. Okay, we're heading to 58,000 so far. There's a lot of people moving into the city. So the plan now is I'm seeing this right here, so I can turn this into a roundabout, and there's really not a whole lot of traffic on this road anymore. And the freeway has very limited, so I may convert this into an expressway at some point. But the idea is to have a arterial come through here, go through this neighborhood, and probably cut a path like so, and then turn into a couplet here. Actually, why is... Oh, I remember I put that in when I had the street, the elevated line through there. And that is the Markham Town Hall. We may not need... I might just get rid of that because I want to have space here for this arterial to come through here like so. Or have a couplet. I kind of want to have a couplet go like here and then down through here past the... So have it kind of come like this, twist and turn past the hospital there, and then come through down here. And that would fix some of our traffic flow issues, but where is... Oh wow, look at that. Traffic has gone down. So most of the flow of traffic and most of the volume is coming down here into the port area and then skirting the city entirely. There's still plenty of usage on the main freeway here. And there's some coming in here. So there's some traffic here. So it's kind of like this. As you can see, it's mostly traffic going this way and coming out from here, from Occidental. Most of the traffic is coming from here, here, and here. There's some coming from this way. There's a lot going on here. There might have to be some traffic improvements up here on the way to Jenner. That might be what I'm going to do on the next... Actually, the next video is going to be about adding more homes in South Bodega and filling in... Well, I'm going to fill in the rest of this behind the scenes, and then I'm going to work on drawing in this in the next... In the next video, this is all going to be filled in, and it's all going to be one connected city going all the way from the Pacific Ocean, reaching as far as Valley Ford and this area out here. And then in future videos, I'm going to add in all these small little towns here. And I also need to work on some improvements on these roads out here. Just look at how janky this is. So I've been kind of adding future roads here. Like see, this is ridiculous. I made some improvements along here, but as you can see, there was a lot of flooding issues when I was creating the map, and it was just not working out. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on the remnants of this is going to be River Road. That's obviously it's something about the Russian River, because this is the Russian River right here. It goes from Northwood to Monterey, Sheridan, Duncan Mills, Bridgehaven, and Jenner before reaching the Pacific. And maybe this area here would be another popular place for a boost of population growth here in the future. But that'll be in another video and not this one. So let's just go find a victim and ride with them. And let's start somewhere down by the train station, because I think that would be more fun. If there's anybody, let's wait for somebody to come out here like so. Let's yeah. Who is this? Ian? Let's ride with Ian as a goodbye. As a Well, Ian looks like Ian's going down here to work. So let's see what he's going to. Where's Barlow Street? He's going right here. Huh, he's going home. Interesting. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe. Comment if you want to below, and I will see you in the next video. This is Steven Jellum signing out for the Cities of Palm Bay series in City Skylines 2. Y'all have a good one. Bye for now.